Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
no.
at that time, about what you asked,
Mm-hmm. I was
you
saying
mind
that.
you mind what I
Let
see
me.
now? You mind what
Mhm.
I see? Okay, say it again.
So I was saying that the dynamics, the friendship between Banky and Ebuka.
Mm,
One is a church boy.
yeah.
One is not a church boy. One they drink. Like, you know, I suspect say in the even smoke, but I'm not sure. And the other person knows you do. Am. So I got the one that see
Put,
how is it
put
that
allegedly there
both friendship. Hmm?
before they go and carry for Ontario. Put allegedly.
Allegedly, please.
Everybody. I know they deal. I beg.
Allegedly.
I know they deal.
Actually, bro. Actually, that thing crossed my mind when I was saying it that wait, oh, bro, this two really talk. You sure you did 100% sure?
Yeah, you arrest there. I was saying no. He hacked into my laptop. That's why I was watching. I was doing
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he smokes actually. But I know he did drink. So I'm wondering, how is that their friendship dynamic they work when one is on the extreme side, the other one is on the extreme side, but it's still they work.
So I'll give a very similar example. So do my NYC.
Mm. Mm.
So we were three guys in my PPA then we go down girls together. Me, Sam and Tokwe.
Mm. Uh-huh.
Me and the Tokwe guy, he doesn't smoke, but that Sam doesn't smoke, but likes drinking. I
Mm.
don't like drinking like that. The
Mm-hmm.
Sam can finish a whole 5 liters of palm wine and he won't be high. Me, I can't
Oh,
one
more.
cup, two maximum 2 cups. I'm good to go.
Hmm.
So we respect ourselves. Everything having respect and boundaries. Samuel guy doesn't like smoke, but
Mm.
we used to smoke in his apartment. We used to do things. We go and smoke at the field there. We smoke. We go to bush, do a lot of things, and he was cool with it. And when
Mm.
it comes to drinking too, he knows I don't like drinking, so he doesn't say I don't want to. Yeah, drink now. No, 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 no. He knows 2 cups,
Mm.
three. I'm good. So he respect that. He doesn't impose his own drinking behavior on me. I don't impose the smoking cruise on him. So
Alright.
it's
But
just down to respect everybody boundaries.
will that not lead to like say like one of them, say for example, you can't be influenced by the other person, because
Why
you're seeing the other person doing it every time in your space.
why go dey influence? You no get mind of your own.
Girl, that one safe deal, sure.
Yeah, so
That one deal.
smoking with that time when I was still in the world, smoke yourself, nobody say anybody sit down laugh and smoke. Now me carry my leg go say yes, I won't do this bad. I
Mm.
want to, nobody force me, nobody drag me there. Now me carry myself go. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe I'll continue on this.
Iterations of life.
I'm still going through.
And still going through. Yeah, even reinventing yourself at
That's
this
right.
stage. It's almost like what is the career even if you're able to evolve that much. And for you started off with something and decided to take a full left turn from banking to being this guy on and I still feel like there's more to Toby in the coming years that we don't even know about. But it's just to put things in perspective for a lot of guys watching, because there's a lot of pressure on men to earn, achieve, provide, and all these things are tied to identity. And identity, for some reason, is tied to your career.
Yes.
Who is this person? Is that even a right thing to be, a right way to look at life? Should your identity be tied to your career? Thank you. You even, this is like your seventh career path. Guy on TV. And I still feel like there's more to Toby
Still
in the
not
coming
seven.
years that we don't even know about. But it's just to
Huh?
put things in perspective for a lot of guys watching, because there's a lot of pressure on men to
Hello, Toby.
earn, achieve, provide,
Yeah.
and all these things are tied to identity.
Yeah.
I say, are you using multi-links or glow?
What's going on?
The
It's
glitch.
lagging.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's glitched for a second there.
Okay,
But man,
okay, no
let,
problem. No,
let,
oh shit.
And identity for some reason is tied to your career.
Yes.
Who is this person? You know, is that even the right thing to be, a right way to look at life? Should your identity be tied to your career?
Thank you.
You even, this is like your seventh career path. But seriously, engineer, artist, actor, politician, pastor, motivational speaker. You know the end. You know, where does it end? So I guess it's just like, you know, what is a career even? Let me start with you. What is
me?
When
these people are here,
we'll come to them. We're going to learn from him.
Yeah, no, it's white beard. Yeah, no, it's white beards now.
Banky on the spot. For you, now, why do you keep? Is it a conscious thing that you keep, like almost starting afresh?
Such an interesting question. If it's a conscious thing, so for me, it's. I guess I would say it's kind of a conscious thing, but it's kind of sensing when I feel like it's time to pivot or at least to shift the goalposts. So the more that you start to achieve, the more you start to say, what else can I do? And for me, that stems from, you know, there's a lesson I learned in scripture about the talents. And it says the master gave 1 5, you know. But the master gave,
drop on us.
Listen, I am who I am. But, you know, the master gave the servants different levels of talents based on each's capacity. And the one with 5 goes out, uses it, you know, sows it, gets 5 more, and so on and so forth. And then the one who only had 1 just held on to what he was given. And for me, what that scripture, even though it was referencing money in the original context, to me, it also meant like, what are the giftings, the things that God has gifted you to be able to do? And if you settle for what you've been given, then that settling is failure. Because while dust settles, people should never. So if God has given me the ability to sing and all I ever do with my life is sing and go home, then that's failure. But if from singing I can become a record label owner, and from music I can go into movies, and from movies I can go into business, and from business I can do something for society and leadership and politics, and ultimately my service to God, like all of these things are me just trying to shift the goalpost, because I have this understanding of purpose as like this world that God has created you to influence. And within that, there are multiple callings within that world, but these callings all have seasons, right? So in certain seasons, some callings will be more prominent than others, but ultimately all of that is to serve the purpose, this big world of purpose that God has created you for. So for me, it's a question of what did God create me to do? And how do I serve that purpose through these multiple callings and seasons in my life to make sure that when all is said and done, I want to die empty. Like, I don't want to be one of those people like Miles Monroe. I said on a previous show, you know, the richest place on earth is the graveyard, because so many people die with things that they dreamt about, things that they wanted to try, things that
And
they never did it, and they just took it to the grave. So when that day comes and all is said and done, I want to be able to say I did my best to die empty. So everything that my faith, my dreams, my
But did you
vision
come to the
prompted me
realization
to do.
eventually? Was this
But bro, 2 things where I even want to understand. You know, so when people say this thing about people that go to people that die empty, right? The thing is that to me that statement, the way they feel like it always they feel kind of insensitive in a way. Because even myself, I did use those kind of statements before. But when I think about it, I'm like, those people too, nobody say they don't want to do certain things before they went, right? It's just unfortunate that they didn't live long enough to be able to actualize some of those dreams. So it's not like given the time, they too will not have done it. Do you understand? So if we're now saying it almost feels like maybe not their fault. Maybe they didn't sharply do the things they wanted to do. But some people die very young. Like, you see this guy who just died now. Like, is it his fault? Do you understand? Do you think the guy didn't have certain things that he was working on? She
Well,
understand.
had
So
things that I was working towards. But same where they come for his MSc or MBA for MBA. I say MBA.
exactly.
MBA.
So exactly. So for me, I just feel like that statement, we supposed to actually take a look at it and say, like speak for your own self. Like you like speak for yourself, but don't compare it or liken it to like those people that have gone, because a lot of them if given the time, they would have probably done a lot of things for themselves too. Do you understand? Like they didn't just have the time. Now and the time you get, she get. So for me, that statement. But another thing also is like this thing of do you believe that there's people that um like you can do multiple things, but because there's actually people that maybe now only one thing they do and they do it well, and probably that's the only thing they will ever do, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So do you think that everybody, I feel like, do you think like it's everybody that has the ability to like do something, you go to the next thing, or the thing that you did is the one that will lead to, that kind of thing? Like, do you think it's for everybody?
Yeah, so like I first start with say people are
Mm,
different. So some people they feel
mm-hmm,
just start wanting I don't want to get it right and they
mm,
they stick to it. And some people
mm,
they will try one, work out or it didn't
mm,
work out to what they expect and I okay, let's evolve or more try on
mm-hmm,
that thing again
mm-hmm,
till they get it right and okay, I think
mm,
this is my nature and I'll stick to it. Just be like
mm-hmm,
football they watch regularly. So people will say
mm,
the Sabi, okay, this midfield role, the
mm,
Sabi as some people they say they first start with midfield, work. They go
uh-huh,
try they go switch to
mm,
defense and they
yeah.
became best defender. I see some person like Jogba now. I heard Jogba started as a keeper,
A
beating his keeper.
different a keeper, yeah, I think it was a
Yeah.
keeper.
And
Mm.
later ended up his career as one of the best strikers
Strikers, yeah, exactly.
to
Mm,
play the game. So you just
mm,
evolving and trying to get the best out of so because
mm-hmm,
even same with us now, at least you now in your own little way,
mm,
I'll try different skills, try to okay, I do tech,
mm,
okay,
mm,
okay, make I try this one. And just something
mm.
else that later worked out for you. So it all
Yeah,
depends
exactly.
on the person's luck and
Mm,
grace. Because some people, like I said, some people you just try it once, I think just work up, I think click.
mm,
Let's
mm,
say my way business. The end
mm,
result are just getting something right, just to get something right that will put you on and give you a better
mm,
path to achieving your goals
mm,
and dreams.
mm. That's what's up, sure.
Yeah. And
That's
your
what's
first
up.
question that you
Yeah.
said, what Banky said, I would say,
Mm.
um, I'll say is back is what said was kind of insensitive. Is
No, obviously, no, he's not.
yeah, yeah. Just trying to
It's
say
just
like
yeah,
yeah,
it's just a general statement that everybody usually makes that we don't really, just one of those statements.
yeah, because as we human, at least for the time we will be on earth before God called us, we pray we get
Mm.
older. But at the same
Yeah, yeah.
time, we are not in charge of that. It's God that in charge of that. So while we are
Mm-hmm.
alive, at least we try to
Mm-hmm.
do the best of what we can do, like what we discussed after our guy died, or where we were saying about this life now, just do your best and try to do
Mm.
what you can do before he calls you
Mm.
to come join him wherever to go and join him above.
Mm.
So you just try and do your best and
Mm-hmm.
do the best of achieving some of your goals in life. So
Yeah.
your own agenda will not be the person case in grave.
Mm.
So
Mm. Well said. Well said.
Always how
It
you
was,
were wired.
it was honestly, I would say, I was wired that way from the get go because even the people, even when I was in entertainment, the people that I looked up to did multiple things. So there are a million rappers, and then there's Jay-Z who went from rapping to business to being an investor. He's in sports, he's in music, he's investing in film, he's investing in skincare, he did fashion at some point, he did multiple things. So those were the people that even when I was like fully just a music guy, I always had my sight set on that until today. Like the people that I look up to, even within ministry, like it would surprise you how many like ministers or pastors are full-on businessman, TD Jakes, he's a pastor, he's a preacher, but he's a writer, he's a filmmaker, he's in real estate, he's in all of these other things, because if God has given you so much capacity, then you fail if you sleep on it.
Okay.
So that was always like that's what I looked up to. And that's what the whole reason we called the company EME was because we had these conversations from the get-go, and we said, we're going to build an empire, and it will start with music, but we're going to eventually do our best to spread our tentacles and just have influence and have impact and do so much more than just Banky W, come and perform and go home. So
that's very interesting to know, because then there's me who had no idea what the hell I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I only studied law because I was avoiding math. And I said, okay, what course can I do that has small levels that I'm not need to do 1 + 1? And that's how I ended up studying law. Did law, practiced for a few months, realized, this money is far. Before I go practice, hammer. And then I got into TV honestly, because of money. So I found this career because I was looking for money. I think that's important because a lot of people in this part of the world go down that route. What's the quickest way?
Yeah.
Or what's the best way to start this life that I need? Yeah. Where the money day?
Yeah.
I might not be happy doing it, but now here it happen. I mean, I've fallen in love with what I do now. So I guess mine is a different conversation. Yeah. But I honestly started doing it because everybody was like, Ebuka, you sound good. You look good. You might work on TV. I said, how much did they pay for there? Oh, it's not bad. Let's try
Let's
it.
do it. Yeah.
And then I fell in love with it, which brings me to you now, because you are in finance. You are doing a lot of things in the corporate world. But there's also this idea now that 9-to-5ers are not hustlers. Like, you have to start a business. You have to be an entrepreneur to be seen as successful. But there's people who build careers.
Yes.
In things. So why did you choose the path you chose?
First of all, I'd like to touch on something Banky mentioned. That about being given a particular talent and it being almost illegal not to use it to your full potential. Now, I'm a banker. I've been a banker all my life. I studied civil engineering. I've been a banker. Yes, I'm the CEO of a financial institution. I sit on the boards of financial companies. And then there was this viral moment 2 years ago when someone took a photograph, me doing what I've been doing for 16, 17 years now, and it changed my life. And it's funny you said that. Within a few days, when I realized that this thing was not about to just disappear, I was on TV. This thing happened on a Tuesday. By Saturday, I was on TV. And I was getting a bit scared. What do? I don't want people to think that I am leaving finance. And this brings me to another thing. But then a friend of mine told me, your 9-to-5 provides for your survival. Yeah? Your side hustle gives you freedom. Right? And that was a defining moment for me, because what has turned out to some people, what people call my side hustle, is me just being me.
Yeah.
It's me.
I think that like say you said something like that in one of our conversations before. When would you talk about this thing? Like say you don't talk something like that before.
Talk about it, sir.
Like when you said like 9-to-5 are just for survivor, then the also person going to do for
I
side.
never said that, bro.
Okay, I thought I heard something like that from you before.
No, 95 bar, but that's 95. There's 95 that we get money pass on business people. So
yeah, exactly. So
again, answer they say there'll be 9-to-5 people that investment portfolio allowed pass some business owner, because she and her siblings they're not a fan of owning the business. But now if you have an idea and it's okay. They'll put the 5 million. Okay, I have 30% of such an amount part of shares. They're part of the team of. They're not coming to come and take half. They'll come once in a while to check also, but they're not part of the in the team. They're not part of the. Don't really, they're part of the team, the board. But
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, so
That actually
so
makes sense.
many people like that have the 9 to 5. That okay, that they have good money. Okay, what's up? Yeah, I want to open a restaurant. How much is it? 10 million. Okay, take.
Mm-hmm.
You have 30% shares of your company. You have 40% shares of your company. They'll give you like 6 months upfront. Okay, use the first 6 months to get into the business. They're not getting any money. After the 3 4 months, okay, you can now start. When business is now set, okay, you can start remitting my profits to me and shit like that.
But I wonder that person now, has the person always been in that 95, or because for them to have built that investment portfolio that they have, right? Was it from that particular 95 they were doing, or
Yeah,
maybe
nine to
you
five.
get one that
They started at
you get
95,
one?
very young age, and at that five they started with was not 20K, 30K, 9 to 5. Started on a very good from their young age. Started from a very good salary, not 20 per.
Mm,
So they give graduates 80K. So
mm,
so the thing is they are well connected. So they
mm,
have the leverage to start on a decent, even though like not entry level, but junior level, like that pay was cool, and they grew. Then small, took courses, went back to school, have their masters, have other certification to put them on
mm,
the. And now like this, now she I think she was with a foreign bank, but she's earning some
mm.
bastard money, bro.
Oh, like that story is inspirational because
Bro, that the
it's
one is
not
like
bad though. It's not a
the one
bad
is
idea.
okay, mentor to me, bro, because I don't I don't get
Uh,
like, bro.
yeah, because that kind of ability to not want to own a business, but just maybe like a part of it. Like it actually takes a lot of stress of, trying to
Bro,
trying to start a business.
on the business, bro, is exhausting, guy.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is.
that's how
Yes.
when the hard time comes, guy, if you go crazy, oh.
Exactly. So,
Well,
that's one of the reasons why
or when the
most
things
people
not
they
align
shy away from.
on paper, you're making profits, but reality, bro,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah.
Bro, it's fucked up.
But I mean, she's an inspiration indeed because yeah, that kind of person now, she's not like this guy now. We let's see 95 is like it almost sounds like that's something we're supposed to run from. She probably doesn't like run from it because obviously it's just not a random 95, all right? But it's also funding a investment, what's it called?
Bro,
Lifestyle.
only business can
It's
be
just,
really draining, bro.
but last, now side also be that, right?
Bro, the business own the which you get, yeah. That's like a side also.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, everybody still get something for side.
No, sure. One you know feel live on just one income, bro.
Yeah, no lie.
You can live on one income, will depend on your kind of person and your goals and
Yeah.
your kind of ambition. Just some people like there's some people like in this world that
Mm.
we are in that when
Mm-hmm.
at the chop at the parent
Hmm.
my pikin dey go to school for the next street. Yeah, I
Mm.
get one small Toyota Corolla, Uber Corolla. I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
As some people are like guy, I want this certain level of comfort and life.
Mm.
But if you look at himself, 9 to 5, don't feel. I say 9 to 5, one source of income. You need more source of
Yeah, for
income.
sure. For sure. Basically, that's what the guy is saying. Mm.
Just being yes, I ride horses, I do this. I'm now in movies.
That's so interesting.
Somebody called me. Somebody called me. I mean, the fashion, you know. I mean,
They told you that like 10 years ago.
We go talk more about that woman later.
Why? You don't go kidnap her.
No, I just want to know more, Jerry.
I know what I
like
5'7".
No, listen, me in movies, not a chance. I mean, I have been controversial. I mean, I would say I'm probably the only CEO in mainstream corporate Nigeria that wears earrings and has tattoos. That has been a problem from day dot, right?
Did they judge you?
Judge me terribly, you know, and to a certain extent, it's cost me certain roles,
Really?
certain positions. Yes, you know. But going back to what the question you asked, what they call my side hustle, which for me is just being me, is giving me an extreme amount of freedom.
Wait, make I ask you this question. Kat, would you hire somebody in your company that has dreads, earrings, and tattoos?
Hold on, please.
Okay.
What did you say, Abeg?
So based on what this guy is saying right now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard what he was saying about his earrings and tattoos. Did he?
Oh.
Should I replay it?
Yeah, replace. Sorry, I got distracted with something.
Yes, you know, but terribly. That has been a problem from day. I have been controversial. I mean, I would say I'm probably the only CEO in mainstream corporate Nigeria that wears earrings and has tattoos. That has been a problem from day dot, right?
Did they judge you?
Judge me terribly, you know, and to a certain extent, it's cost me certain roles,
Really?
certain positions. Yes, you know, but going back to what the question you asked, what they call my side hustle, which for me is just being me, is giving me.
So do you get the question I was asking now? That if you had a company, would you hire somebody that has tattoos, earrings, and dreads? A guy or a lady?
This question, if I asked you 10 years ago, I would say no. No, I'm saying no. I'll be indifferent about it. I won't say no, and I won't say. Well, bro, like, but since when it wasn't like even maybe when I was in uni, you asked me, I might be indifferent about it, but after uni, after NYC, bro, I don't care about your tattoos, your ink, your earring, your dress, or anything. As long as you can give me results, bro. As a business person, I'm after results. Your head, your body, your just if you are going to don't do, but the main thing is if you're going to ink your body, your tattoo must not be an offensive tattoo. Like maybe doing something about the other religion or gang banger tattoo.
Oh yeah, true. Because
if you're going to keep your dress or anything,
good morning, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
So if you want to do your hair, they must be well kept, clean dress, clean braids.
Yeah.
So I mean, money is result. I don't care about what you wear. I care about what you wear, but be decent, be clean. I'll be tight, but the cocoa now alpha. What can I bring to the table? You please solve this thing. You have the brain to give us results. Yeah. Welcome on board, bro.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I didn't even think about the implication of what the person is wearing too. Like the design of it. Because I think there's some companies that I had those kind of issues where like the staff just brings unnecessary PR to the organizations because of like how they are representing
Listen,
themselves.
for Africa now, you might have issues with all this kind of thing because
Yeah.
bro, in Africa now, for you to coming to work with tattoos and all those things, but you must be extraordinary good, like bro. You must be on the wizard level.
So would you say that is exposure that has also helped with shaping how you think about it now? Like if you were still in Nigeria, would
I,
you
I
think?
just I just I just moved out from Nigeria 3 years ago, and I said after my NYC, so that was like some 10 years ago, the AP. So I've had that change of mindset a long time, over a decade.
Oh, okay.
So
For me, I was actually indifferent too. Like I was very indifferent, but I wasn't even thinking about like, oh, the kind of tattoo the person can be wearing. What if it's discriminating, that kind of thing. And that one is something personally, one of my value system is like I don't like to discriminate. So that would be a problem for sure. So yeah, I can see how that one would cause like huge polarizing, and then they start interrogating the company, start saying, oh, what kind of staff do you hire, blah blah blah, and then it can also send some customers away too. You get so yeah, I get that point, Sha. It was good. It was good that you raised that point too, because I never even thought about that, honestly.
An extreme amount of freedom, and more importantly, an extreme amount of self-satisfaction. It is a hustle. It is a big issue trying to juggle everything. And even in my corporate role, it's still, I sit down with boards and people say to me, the image of a CEO in financial services riding horses and flashing tattoos is not what we want. Guys, what do you want? When you hired me, I had tattoos. When you hired me, I was smoking cigars. Is it just bad belly, or the fact that you don't want me to have the freedom that this role brings to me? And that's really what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. People will hate. Whether you do well, Banky, I'm sure you know, Ebuka, you know, Tobi, you know it. Whether you do well or not, there's still going to be one group of people out there who are going to hate you, because we're very good at that. And I think what I'm learning to do is switch off the noise, right? And just do what suits me best. Now, in terms of pressure, the pressure on guys to deliver, especially in an environment like Nigeria, is considerable. The man has to do this, the man has to do that. Then you have the social side. If you don't deliver, if you don't buy a new car.
Sometimes I always think about the amount of hits that people in public eye always get. And guy, I'm like, sometimes I just put myself in their shoes. I wonder if I'll be able to handle this. Because you think about it, just like athletes now, for example, maybe you have a bad game and stuff, right? You're on mute too. Let's say athletes, you have a bad game and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you just open Instagram, like you post something on a story, and some kind of nasty comments are coming in. Yeah, on social media, you're seeing Stephen A talking, saying this and that. Stephen Peck saying this and that. So, guy, I just think about it like, the kind of like the kind of skin you have to have at that level, bro,
Oh, see,
is
that's my reason
crazy, man.
I ride with LeBron to the root falls, bro. LeBron is my goat forever. Guys, LeBron has been getting cooked before he went to the NBA, before he went for his draft. They've been say this guy go fake right from high school, because I watched a video of LeBron when he was high school. That all these big games turned up for one of his games. Jordan was there, Iverson was there, young Shaquille O'Neal was there. I think Kobe was there too in one of his high school games, like some years before his draft here and stuff. I see LeBron. LeBron has been playing basketball more than half of his life, and they bro, for when they put him on Sports Illustrated magazine. From that moment, LeBron has been getting scrutinized from day one. Like he has even surpassed all the target they gave him. This man is 41 years old, bro. That's cooking him. LeBron at 41 is dropping 27 points in the game, 25 points. That's it. It's like You'll tell you he cannot carry the team. If for 1 year old, 1 year old to be carrying young boys, are you sick?
In a
Bro,
league
see,
of 20-year-olds.
bro, LeBron, what I say, LeBron played their 14 current NBA players that LeBron played against their fathers. This NBA. He played against Jalen Brunson dad. He plays against Dylan Upper dad. He plays against Jabari Smith's father. He plays against like that like bro, see,
No,
that's
yeah,
how old LeBron has been in the game.
yeah.
Just like Ryan Giggs,
But
like, I'm
but
Maldini.
but
Maldini played against Maradona.
mhm,
That's how old Maldini was, like how young he started playing football. He played against
mm,
Maradona in the
mm,
league, not World Cup with Odejo, when Maradona was getting his twilight of his career. He played against Maldini, Napoli, Roma.
mm.
So I think Napoli
Yeah,
AC. So
but
as a popular figure now, like this guy, bro, he
mhm,
was like a tough skin.
LeBron. And it seems to me like LeBron never responds.
yes.
Like I think that's another thing.
Bro, LeBron doesn't have that time. So say you must have a very, very tough skin. Okay, look at Ronaldo. I'm telling you, just see Ronaldo reply people on Twitter. How many times you see
You have
Messi,
a
even
time, man.
though no, listen
That one
to
lie.
I'm
Never,
not
never. You never see the guy.
now the
Never.
bombs like Radford go they do copywriting. They write someone like for other small jam thing. You need speaking. Don't write 20 pages for on Twitter. Who want read them? You so trade on Twitter or just that way you mean when they drag you. Ganacho, small dragging, you go do tattoo.
Oh my. Those ones did they crack under the now because they did they crack under the pressure now. Why the pressure too much for them? So they not just feel now the only way they handle
Honestly,
that pressure is
everybody
just
dey face pressure for this life. You pass pressure. When you now for your house now, you face pressure. Your man go tell you, how about me? When you go marry, now pressure be that one.
Oh
So,
my.
so as a popular person, like all these guys now on
That
social
yeah.
media,
Hmm.
okay, now see someone like Banky W now. I think that was like some
Hmm.
4 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A gentleman drove his Range Rover to go buy seaway water for island, and
Mm.
one dumb girl because of him say Banky W all the money we make, he dey drive 2012 Range Rover.
Oh man. Oh, no, I see. I don't like to hear. If I be
If I
back in
see,
that situation, I go laugh. I go actually laugh. I will
if I
laugh,
see,
bro.
if I see people that are saying they want to have money but they don't want fame, I don't dey blame them, bro. Because if people want you to feed them, you will see
Yeah,
someone like
yeah,
Banky
true.
W.
Uh-huh.
Car luxury car
Mm-hmm.
might not be his own fetish. If it be good
Mm.
food, a good bed, if it be good furniture in the
Mm.
house, a big
Mm-hmm.
TV,
Mm-hmm.
everybody get
Exactly.
where they fit break their money on.
Yeah,
So like me
exactly.
now, someone like me
And
now, I like cars. So if I get that kind money, I
mm-hmm.
think for 2 bedroom, make I park 10 exotic cars for at front of the house. I feel live
Mm-hmm.
in two
Mm.
bedroom bungalow, 2 bedroom. I go see cars we go buy mansions for compound. That's what I can do if I have the money.
Yeah, yeah. I see.
As
Everybody has their own channel.
yeah,
Yeah.
as people get their own fetish.
Mm-hmm.
If it big girls, I do pack one muscle. You pack
Mm-hmm.
muscle for the gate
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
compound.
Mm. Mm.
So that thing when I saw that thing, it was funny, but I said, "Are you
Yeah,
crazy?"
because I'm very sure Banky would have, like, if he sees this, for me, I'll laugh because the senses I'll just laugh and be like, but then again, also, you also have to point the camera at the person that actually did that video. If you look at
And
it,
now,
usually
all
sometimes
those people say that kind of girl now.
like,
I feel bad. Papa don't get Mika for house. Mika.
for sure. But even more than that is that she like
So,
see hate,
uh,
hate. there's love under it, kind of. Because for example now, see now, if Banky chooses that he wants to respond to that babe now, but
Yeah.
no be online, like he doesn't want to do it online. He now finds this babe, maybe he finds her one way or the other, and then he just go out to have like dinner. He takes her to one exotic place, as a fan, because to him, he's just seen as someone that she's hitting, but she actually likes the guy. Because for you to even know him, first of all, it means okay, Sabi am, you have an expectation of him, like something. Okay, yeah, because for her to say, why this guy did drive to save a Range Rover? I mean, see, you get expectation of that person, right?
Yeah.
So what it means is that you actually under that hit with the hits or the dragging with the do, you actually want deal. If the person take you under their wings, you go happy die. You get that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
if the guy even take her out now, take her somewhere executive, we sit down to the chat. You go hear the girl will tell him like why she even did that and see she not actually mean she was just you get that kind of thing. So at the end of the day, hate sometimes said like this guy now when they talk say guys they hate him for work and stuff. Hate sometimes not just because he is that maybe they don't because they are afraid to do that thing that they do.
Yeah.
She get nobody they want drama, but they just no fit. You understand?
Mm.
So,
And
so
yeah.
sometimes just got to see it for what it is, man.
Yeah.
You
And
have to see the
sometimes,
hate.
okay, continue saying. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, I don't finish.
And sometimes no be eight per se. So
Mm,
there's something they call inferiority complexity. So the
mm,
thing is, some people now they want to
mm,
be your friend. Maybe you're do better than them in something. They want you to be their
mm,
friend, but they don't know how to go about it. So they use eight or start to fight you just to get your
mm,
attention. And from there, they want
mm,
to sneak into, okay, yeah, I'm sorry,
mm,
can we be friends? No, fuck you, can't be friends.
Yeah. Because they want to
So,
learn from you, right? They want to get
yeah,
close to
yeah.
you
So,
enough
because
to
the
know.
thing is, if people see that
Mm,
you're doing better than them, for my one,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
enemy with the, well, at the same
Yeah,
time, no,
normal response.
the young people will say they they really fuck with you, but they don't know how to come into your circle or into your life or to your space and be your friend and something like that. So
Mm,
just messed up
yeah. Feel
because so
you.
like that girl now that posted Banky's car and stuff. That one
Mm,
now he won't chop. If Banky has replied that now on Twitter say okay, okay, nigga, yeah, fuck you. That one should have my account. Blah 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 blah. Banky don't
mm.
give out cheap
Yeah,
promotion.
give her the power. Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly. And he has handed her the power.
yeah.
And so you
Because
don't want
now
to do that too.
that's why that's what I feel towards this dumb man, Steven A. Smith to LeBron. He really wants to be a
Mm,
friend with LeBron, but LeBron doesn't like. Also what they do. Stephen A. Smith wants him and LeBron
mm,
to be guys. That's that's
mm,
that's what he's trying to do because
mm,
LeBron walked up. You were talking down LeBron's child. I don't. You were trying to tackle, challenge LeBron fatherhood. This thing to his son. Like I don't walked up to you say don't ever say my child's name. Like don't call my child's name. For almost 2 years, you're going up and down different podcasts talking till
mm,
today. You see talking about that incident, bro. The world
yeah.
has opened for
Mm,
me for you.
yeah, yeah. No
So,
cap. Mm,
For Madame every 2 years. If you don't live in,
Yeah,
you
God,
know,
I beg.
it's, and I think
Failing on that.
I think the most important thing is, I've had different issues in my life. I've had health issues.
Yeah.
And, I've taken all these things. What you see now is as a result of all my experiences. If you take, I say this on many occasions, me falling ill was one of if I can say I can live another 15, 20 years, I would say categorically falling ill was one of the best things that ever happened to me because it allowed me to prioritize what's important, what's not important, and realize that there's no time better than now.
When did you fall ill again? How long ago was this?
I was diagnosed on the 3rd of February, 2014.
Was it post that the earrings and tattoos happened?
No.
Okay, those were there already.
Tattoos and earrings were there before.
Oh, okay.
But
so how did you start living differently after that?
Well, first of all, I just realized the will to live. I was very popular. I was a very successful banker. I was driving fast cars when I was in London. I was a big trader for investment banks. So I was living the life, you know, the sports cars. I was traveling. I was partying. When the trouble started, if I had 1 million friends, they went down to 100. That was the first realization. What for me
That's
was
always true, though.
the guys that I was thinking, that's my G, is going to pull up for me. Homie never pulled up. But what also happened was people that I never expected jack from pulled up and says, oh boy, I was with this man in Johannesburg in 2015. Remember?
Yes, sir. I remember.
We bumped into each other. First time I met you in 2015. I'm like, dude, this is me. And I was like, Ebuka, and we've been friends since.
Yes, sir.
Happy days.
Yes, sir.
So people that I expected to pull up, that I thought my G would drink every day, we party every day. Homies never pulled up. In fact, some of them were surprised that I still came back, you know, not in a 6x2 box. But my will to live, obviously I had kids. My youngest son at the time was 2 years old. So, and I grew up without a father. My father died when I was 4. And my mother is still alive. She's 86. And the woman buried her husband. I was pretty determined she wasn't going to bury her son, her only son. So for a variety of factors, but the will to live was it was harvested then. And not just then as time went on, it was the will to live my way. Because there was an element of bitterness. You know, who are you to tell me what to do? When I was suffering, when I was dying, you were no longer there. I came through with the help of certain group of friends. Those are the ones that matter. No hatred. Okay. You know, but I've, you know, gone to I'm living my best life, and
we can see.
And hopefully many more years to come. But, you know, I'll stop there for now, and then we still got time, right?
So we can go to, you know, not to say, because this story is very sweet. Very sweet. Very sweet. Let me not set you up. But yours have an interesting story. You're a banker. Your dad is a banker as well. So you understand this world is describing. Yeah. But he has thrived in that world with his steez. You needed your steez to be expressed differently. What made you make that switch so early? Did you know what you were looking for? Because you went on a reality show and then you pivoted to an actor and TV host and all of these things. Why did you want to make that?
So at the time I was in a bank, I'd done 5 years.
Sorry, before I even go there, did you start banking because you wanted it or because daddy was a banker?
That was a low hanging fruit.
Oh, okay.
So after NYSC, it was more like, where is the opportunity going to come from?
So you didn't choose it.
Yeah, and I did finance in school. So it was more like, okay, you can, you know, be in the bank and, you know, grow through the ranks. And when I go into training school, it kind of became a bit fun. And I remember going to the treasury office and I'm like, okay, this is not the regular banking. This is where I want to be, because it was just like more, it had the whole ayaj finesse. And I'm like, I can actually be a banker. So I did 5 years. But between like the 3rd and 5th year, the economy just kind of like dwindled. We used to trade FX. We used to trade, securities, and the market was kind of like at a standstill.
Naira was not.
Yeah, the currency was locked, at a certain range. And I really would come to work every day knowing a program can do everything I'm here in the office to do. Something can be programmed to really pretty much just do everything I come to the office to do. And that
AI. He's coming.
And I really looked at it, but I had amazing colleagues, my senior colleagues at the time. I was the youngest staff. And at the time, it was more like, guy, you need to go to another financial institution. And I'd done 5 years. I was impressive, if I might say so myself.
5 years? That means you started, what, 19? 20?
Yeah, 19.
That's really young.
Yeah, 19.
So well done. Sorry, go on.
We try.
You sabi book.
We try. I sabi. So I'd done like 5 years, and then my senior colleagues were, suggesting maybe you want to go to another financial institution, at least get promoted, because my bank wasn't really making money at the time, so they were not promoting people. So I was kind of like at a standstill. The only thing that was getting better in life was my physique, my muscles. Gym was the only thing that was
was an
moving
outlet
forward.
for you, yeah.
Yes, every other thing was just standstill. So it was another financial institution or masters. So masters felt more like it. I'm like, okay, I was doing my CFA already. I had CFA level 1, 2 to go. But I'm like, okay, let me do masters and jackpah to Canada. Standard. So that was more like the plan. But I wasn't quite sure I wanted to leave.
So you're like
Nigerian
Saskatoon now.
Yeah. So at the time, I'm like, okay, you know what? I always watch Big Brother and that show.
The Nigerian dream.
But I feel like they need me on there. I feel like because somehow I've always lived a very expressive life. I'm very sociable. I was in banking, but I had quality friends outside of banking. I was riding a bike. I was an active guy in the gym. So I just had like all these different parts of me that just felt rich as a person. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I'll be interested on that show and it will be fun. Because I really just wanted to experience it, have the fun, and then from there, go Japa. But then I went.
So your plan was not entertainment?
Yeah, it was entertainment. Before I go into entertainment, I never saw myself acting, never saw myself doing any of the stuff
I
do
remember
now.
the conversations we had.
Yeah, never. So after Big Brother, it was now into the real world. What do you want to do? And it's like, okay, yeah, first shock was, they called me for an appearance. Typically, I go clubbing. I go to the club. My 130K salary, I will maybe buy 50,000
dollars.
Naira. Management trainee, sir.
Naira.
Management trainee.
Just checking. You manage one person with your friends,
1.4 million per year. I still have my offer letter. So then, you go to the club. And then I was being paid to, come and have fun. Free
all
drinks,
and
500K. That's like 3 times,
What
3
you're
months
earning in a
work. So okay, let's find what to do. So it was also the money thing. Like, let's find what to do here to at least make all of this work before we figure out what it is, we're going to do. And somehow along the way, I got into acting. Because then I really wasn't sure. Of course, I had role models like Ebuka and, people were just like, okay, you have the same, packaging, you can speak well, you look decent, you're good on TV, just, follow the steps. But I'm like, I love everything, but like, let's just see where it goes. Because my motto in life pretty much is whatever God has given you to do it very well. Do it to the best of your ability. And somehow, some way it would open the next chapter. Because that's a cloud myself and I feel a lot of young people find themselves in. Sometimes some people have the 10 years, 20 years plan in mind already. They have it penned down somewhere. But for someone like myself, I've always lived life not really knowing what's next. But with the kind of household I was brought up in, my dad, my mom, is whatever it is you've done or you have to do, do it very well. And it's worked. When I was in the bank, I did it very well and it opened doors. Like I can go to my old bosses right now, submit a business proposal, anything is still going to fly. We still have.
I feel like, Cax, was that similar to your upbringing?
Yeah, kind of. Because my mom,
Yeah.
no man, the gangster. Anything she wants, but she's going to get it. Anyhow, anyhow, legal, she's getting it, bro. My popsy too. But my popsy is like strategies like plan, like yeah. So, but like they're both but that one is to us growing up was anything that's what doing well. That's their own this thing. That's why if I like you, I like 100%, and the way I hate you, I hate you 100%. I know they do half big. Yeah, but the thing is, in into real life scenario is what's all this not doing well. So my popsy that if you are doing something that you want to learn a course now. Let's say you want to learn cloud computing, to tell you more, you got to learn them to the very top.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to learn, you run away. You must learn them to the
Mm.
very top that you want to get to the highest
Mm-hmm.
level you want to get to. You must do it well, do it diligently and
Mm.
actively. So that's kind of how also I grew up in.
Yeah,
Go
I feel like that's the same one.
go bless your
The thing
family.
he mentioned.
How about you?
I feel, yeah, I feel like the thing that he mentioned about like what's in front of you, like doing it very well, is something that it like I know I've been not like take him seriously until like when I moved from Canada, right? And I was like, guy, the way I wanted life to go in terms of like career, like what I was looking for, it wasn't going, according to that kind of plan, right? But, when I figured that, okay, I might as well just make the best of what is in front of me, regardless of whether now work I ever saw myself doing or not. And that's also what has been helping me too in this season, where this exact thing with this guy just talk, like what is in front of you, do it very well. Like it doesn't matter whether you like it or you don't like it, but find joy, find something inside of it, like find a way. You understand? Like, and that's what I've been doing, finding a way, even when I don't like it's not something I envision doing, stuff like that. But just doing my very best, honestly. That's pretty much it. And then for the next thing, like you said, I don't always, I've not always also known like what's going to be the next thing, to be honest. And now I just always lean into these days I dey lean to like anything wherever I go. Because recently, when I tell people I'm coming from IT, right? Maybe as my workplace or somebody or someone that already knew me before. I said, am I going back to IT? I'll be like, before, like if you had asked me like maybe sometime last year when I entered this field, I'd say, yeah, for sure, I'm going back to IT. But now if you ask me, I'll tell you that I don't know. I'm open to wherever God is going to place me next. That whatever industry that is, I'm going there. Do you understand? Because one thing I've learned, this current job, which with that same mentality of like doing the very best in front of me, is that it has made me like see certain things that I would have missed out on. Like if I imagine I never got into this field, there's certain things I wouldn't know. I would just be naive to like certain things, like the reality of life, death, you know, old age, aging, different things where I know now. I'm like, oh my bro. Now so I not miss out on all these things. So I'm like, if this is the kind of experience I'm getting from this field, like it doesn't have to be IT for me. It doesn't have to be IT. It can be anything. As long as it gives me that freedom, joy satisfaction I'm okay. And I'm able to like be present for my family, my loved ones. I really don't care whatever that thing is, to be honest. But the freedom must be there. The moving around, like freedom in terms of like going from place to place, that kind of thing. And just being there for my people. Like yeah, for me, those two things are the most important things, like moving forward. But whatever shape or size the thing comes in, it's not. That one I've left it to God. I'm like, God, it did your hand, but you know the feeling that I'm chasing. But that thing with the career or the profession where it could be, now you know where you go carry me go. But just make sure, see, you package these two things where they chase the inside them. Family time, being like family oriented, and also just satisfaction and freedom to be able to move from place to place. For me, those two things are like, guy, just count me in. Once it starts those two things. So but basically like just doing what's in front of me, not thinking, oh, what's next, what's not next, because nothing is guaranteed, right? Like, so for me, that's another thing. Like another thing that like this Bobby thing also taught me is like, just like, also, which also ties into like just doing what is in front of me, is you never know, so just
It's a theories now.
make the best of what's in front of me. Like, where my 2 feet, something basketball players always say, I'm only where my 2 feet D. Like I know they think of waiting they have for next round or waiting on the my idea where my 2 feet D. So that's what I can think of right now. All those 5-year plans and all those things, they are good, but for me, it's just not. For me, it's just something that has not really, really like materialized for me like over the years. So I'm just leaning on God and leaning on like what's in front of me, and just doing the best that I can do. It really, for real. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro.
An amazing relationship. When I got into the acting space, I treated it like a job. It's a creative space, but I treated it like a job. He asked me to be there at 8. I'm probably there at 7:30. So I'm always on time. I'm down with the work. So in between all of that, I fell in love with acting, and I just liked seeing myself on TV, not looking stupid. And then, the love from everybody. And then I'm like, okay, I like how the different process and different parts and different ideas and, duties of everybody comes together, and it all looks beautiful and people appreciate it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this a little more, and then it's more like, okay, whatever comes. I'm still even in the space where when they say, oh, actor, more like defining my career as an actor, like I'm not grounded in it yet, because I still see myself as so many other things. So when someone calls me an actor, I'm like, oh, that's what you see me as? Oh, great. Because I love that I'm an actor, but I don't necessarily see myself as one, because there are so many other things I can explore that I haven't yet explored. I paint. Ebuka bought one of my paintings.
Still hanging in the house.
Still hanging. There are other things I would really like to do. Take pictures, photography. So the creative, just like with creative space, once money starts to enter, it kind of like sucks out the creativity in it. So I'm really in the part in life where now it's acting, and I'm going to give it all I've got. Now I'm a father. I've grown and I've learned, okay, you're in acting, but there are other opportunities within this space. You can produce, you can, create stories, you can go into there are different things you want to explore. So I'm really going to double down on it. And hopefully within that path and that journey, the next phase of life is really going to open up.
How much of a role does money still play in the decisions you make?
Huge. Huge. Like I had more freedom when I was younger. Yeah, I'm still young, but like without the.
Are you discriminating?
We can play twins. So for me, it plays a major factor now, because I'm thinking freedom, I'm thinking security for my family. So in all of these things I say, even right now, I have to go into business. Because now I said when all the things around creativity, when you start putting a lot of money into it, the creativity kind of like, is sucked out of it for me personally. So now I'm trying to look for other ventures that can create this money, businesses. Like I've always been scared of business, because after I asked for how many roles, I now put the money in business. Something now
I'll tell you something happened.
You people do go for me.
But you see what he's saying?
Yeah.
Your side hustle gives you freedom. He's just confirmed it.
Yeah.
He's doing these things because he's worried about, he wants to, in the security going forward.
Yeah.
And the other thing you mentioned, which is very, very important, and I think people like us that sort of multitask, is the professionalism. You have to take each one. If I start messing around in my corporate job, I can assure you, because the persona everybody has of me is the guy that is a finance guy and is also steers. You take one of those away, it changes the whole picture.
Yeah.
So there's a need, just like you said, you paint, you do this. There's a need to try and be as professional as possible in all aspects. Yeah. The need to feel to deliver. But the joy you get from your side hustle, I'm sure, yes, money plays a role, but I'm sure the contentment, the satisfaction you get goes a long way.
Yes, I totally agree.
It's very important.
So somehow my job and my career, acting gives me a lot of satisfaction.
We're in the same situation. It's a common thread.
It does. But now I have to look for the things that will give me the money.
Hey, when you find it,
acting is not paying the bills. So
How is that?
I didn't know that too. So they conned me.
It's like,
I thought I was about to go.
you need to reassess your priorities. It will keep the seas though.
Yes, well, for me, it's a new, I never, for me, when I was told to come and act, I think it was a shock that, the director,
Because they did you.
I said, I don't know how to do this. I said, Farooq. I said, is it a cameo? She said, no, you have lines. I said, lines. If I have to ride horse, enter, I can do that with the guy. I said, no, you're going to,
yeah.
But, after each scene, did I do okay? He says, perfect. I had to go do the ADRs last week.
And you saw the shots.
I was like,
You liked
yeah,
it? Yeah. That feeling.
Actor.
What I get from all of this is almost a common thread you find with a lot of Nigerians now, the need to have more than one thing
Absolutely.
that you're doing. I saw a quote one time that said something like, the bigger risk now is not, how does it go? It's not
Having multiple sources.
taking risk is not the bigger risk. It's doing just one thing.
I heard something interesting what you said in an interview. Like even in the Garden of Eden, you can see that the stream has different places where the water
What's going?
I'm like, I held on to that one like,
So it's almost like you can't just be one thing anymore.
Right.
That is actually where the risk is.
Absolutely.
If you decide to be
and
one
if
thing.
you're blessed to be in a position whereby the extra thing is you being original, you being yourself. I'm not going to go and try and be a doctor, because I hear that hospitals, they make a lot of money. I'm not now going to try and go into that business. But if you're privileged, whereby what we call a side hustle or whatever is actually you just being yourself. I'm sure you were a good painter, you're a good artist. Anyway, it's not as if you went to art school. So it was a talent you had. And just being able to leverage on that. When it's something that is you anyway, it actually makes it a lot easier.
I want to come to you on that because you are the finance guy. You've seen things.
I'm
you
still seeing.
But you also understand how money works.
Yes.
Right, with what you do. And I can't remember the exact percentage now. That was what I've been trying to find because I saw this data before, but I can't remember. I know it basically said a large percentage of small businesses in Nigeria fail in 3 to 5 years. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Whether it's policy, government, you start something, government just brings out one new and it dies, or lack of planning. Not many people start businesses here with business plans because they don't have access to even know that should be done. So the average person might look at you guys and think, oh, these guys are privileged. So you have the luxury of being able to do different things, for whatever reason. The average guy in this country cannot just start things because they want to or quit their job and go try something else. I mean, Big Brother might not be a privilege, but people audition, not everybody gets in. Right?
Yeah.
So if you feel like you didn't get that opportunity, where do you go? So I guess my question is, since we've all concluded that doing more than one thing is important, how does the regular guy approach that conversation without feeling like they are not...
I see where you're coming from. I'll tell you this, right? I'm the chairman of another financial institution that focuses, it's women focused. It's primarily to support women.
Okay.
And our biggest line is we lend money to market women. Guys, you'll be surprised how much money market women make. Buying and selling.
I've heard those stories.
You'll be shocked.
It's Aleko.
You will be, whether you are selling pepper, we have, my firm has booths, we have offices in Badagry Market, we have in Sangro, we have the turnover.
Yeah, sorry, my brother was a banker for many years. He's left banking now, and he ran a lot of branches for his bank. He still says it till today. The best branch ever ran is Dumota.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you'll be surprised.
Daily. The biggest promotion
The
he ever
money
did in
they
banking
are
was
banking-
because he was branch manager.
The
then.
banking,
And they couldn't
cash
believe
the
how
bank
much
on
he
a
was
daily
doing.
basis.
Amazing.
So the point I'm trying to make is this. Most of these women who are selling at the markets, they're not educated. I will even flip the script. I used to run the trading floor for one of the biggest hedge funds in the world, Man Group. I was on the London Derivatives Exchange back in the day. You see all those guys, you see pictures of Wall Street, those guys buying and selling shares.
Shouting.
90% of those guys don't have degrees.
I've heard that.
90% of those guys don't have degrees.
But
They
they
will sell whiskey. They will sell oranges. They will sell mobile phones. It just so happens that they're selling shares. You understand? If you want to go and study, if you went to Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, in the banking sector, they'll put you as an investment banker. You'll be upstairs. That's why in finance, on the trading side, they said accountants don't make good traders. You are a CFA. Accountants are in treasury.
Yeah.
The guys who are trading on the floor,
They take risks.
they're taking risks.
Accountants, they like to.
They like to analyze things.
By the
So
book.
the point I'm saying is, the guys who, it's a skill. Now, what the point I'm trying to make is a lot of these businesses, where people go wrong with side hustle is you go and do side hustle because somebody says there's money in property. You're not a property guy. You have no passion for property.
But people say we should also follow where there's money.
Bros, don't follow
And
your,
the property
follow your passion.
Is that
Follow
money
your
there?
passion. I have been a banker. I studied civil engineering. I went into finance. I've been finance all my life. Somebody now says to me, well, you have a passion for this. I want to put you on billboard. That's how I ended up wherever I am now. I didn't go looking for it. It's something that whether the money is there or not, it's something that I'm passionate about. And this is where I think a lot of businesses and a lot of startups go wrong. A lot of startups go wrong because the people don't know enough about the business that they're going into. Not because they didn't study it or they didn't understand, but because also they don't put the time that is needed to go into it. Why don't they put the time? Because they don't enjoy it. It's like hard work. You don't want to put your money where you don't watch it 24/7. It's like hard work to go into it. Why don't they put the time? Because they don't enjoy it. It's like hard work. You don't want to put your money where you don't watch it 24/7. So in answer to your question, I'm still 100% supportive of people who have a side hustle because like I said, it gives you that freedom. But whether you are selling paint or beer or mobile phones, if you're good enough at what you do, you will make a success of it. The other thing you need to do and learn from is don't judge your success by other people's matrices.
That's the hardest part. Social media makes it worse.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you are seeing your guys now. People are tearing cars every 2 days.
Dude,
People are
you
buying
have to
houses.
step away from that. You can only
That's the hardest part.
And like I said, the lessons I learned from when I was ill, I could only sleep. When I fell ill, I had 6 cars in my driveway. Now I have 1 because even my guys, I will not mention them. I gave away a Range Rover to one of my staff. One day he came.
What was this?
Even
the way I was in your life.
I had 6 cars. I had 6 cars in my driveway. One of my guys had a 7 Series. Somebody wanted to buy my 7 Series. Or he arranged for one of his friends to buy my 7 Series. They came to the house and we're now having to move cars to get out. He said, oh, guy, this Range. I said, you want it? Well, bro, take it. Weak moment, but till tomorrow, I can stand up. He knows who he is. I said, take it. It's the least of my problems
Right now.
In case you feel like doing it again.
Bro, I only have 1 car. I only have 1 car.
You want to say,
August on the table now. You know your Glen brother.
every man for himself, all of us.
No, but you see,
Ogbeni Cags, no one to Range Rover. Cags. Cags is swinging. Cags.
it's when you when you may have 99 problems, right? The minute you have a health problem,
Yeah.
you only have 1 problem.
I heard it said once that a healthy person wants a million things.
Yeah.
A sick person only wants one thing.
1 thing. So levels change.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep on saying to people, I do a lot of cancer counseling and stuff. And I talk to people and they were like, look at you, you're happy. I said, you don't know my problems, but every day I wake up in the morning, I swear I'm a because don't forget, when we're growing up, it's like, you have to be
Guy, Guy, you see the love of a parent, bro, it's crazy, yo. It never ends, bro. That one is so relatable because guy, you must have seen at 86. She still there.
People that said the only two people that
Mm,
want you to be better than them are your parents.
guy. I know, you know, for instance, I never heard that
You
too.
read, you read before you go see friend.
I've never heard that before.
Uh,
Actually, this is the first time I'm hearing that. So,
then people
but
that
it's
want to
so true.
want better than them are your parents.
It's
Most
so
friends,
true.
most friends go. They will give you connection to work, but they don't go
Mm,
see who want you to better to go higher than them. Most friends, none few friends, feel okay. Okay, alpha.
mm,
I have
mm,
the guy I told you about that was teaching me my IT course.
mm,
After the guy finished his masters in Ireland,
mm,
his current job, which was the first job he could ever do for his life for Ireland, he said it
mm,
was his friend. His friend got job interview, but he saw
mm-hmm,
that the role is not something he can do, and he told them,
mm,
can I refer someone to you guys?" And he
mm,
found out that my friend, that my friend is still doing that job till now. Oh,
mm,
so
mm.
now these few friends there we say they don't give a fuck who they top, who they middle. The one is
Yeah. Mhm.
everybody's eating Gucci.
Yeah. Everybody's doing good. That's what's up. Mm-hmm.
Doctor, banker, engineer, accountant,
or
lawyer.
failure.
You understand? You're riding horse. And then, madam. So it's never going to end. It's a culture. It's a generational thing.
Wow.
Hopefully, by the time our kids come up, we already
We
know.
must do better.
I know it's changing. Though. My father is what's your
And now
official?
people are telling my mother
Oh, my
that
dad will go to places and say, do you follow Cracks TV? Do you follow? Because my brother also does social media stuff. Do you
So he's
follow
not
Cracks?
marketing it.
Do you follow
Yes,
Cracks? Do you
sir.
follow Tobi Bakre?
they won't tell you. They won't tell you, but they.
He said, he tells
Oh, it tells you.
Yeah.
My mother's like, your son, Farooq, Ujidi over 2026 is coming up.
That
Farooq
is funny.
Yeah.
But deep down, though, I was like, so show me. So actually, come 2 weeks ago.
Another thing. Another thing is, do you know I did not understand the love of my parents until like like
I
20,
tell you,
2024, like in my
I tell
like
you,
when I 30s,
you make
right?
sense.
What do you say?
I say until I tell you, say make you align. Yeah, no, yeah, no correct.
Um, but like for some people, like that's going to be like their parents are not going to be the most expressive type, like when it comes to like, oh, I love you, all those kind of like hug you, all those kinds of, but
Oh.
they're just
I
certain
mean,
cues
yeah,
that
I mean, African
they
parents,
just
they say I love you.
what do you say?
I mean, African parents, they tell that pikin say I love you.
She, but at least some go show me like you go know say like now love, but there are some that they will not show it like in the conventional way they expect. The ways we they see for movie or you they see for way they read
Hold
for
on,
book and
hold on,
stuff.
hold on, please. For this bad economy, Danny Barney says she wants to corner me. Apologies for what is unjust. My phone.
So what I was saying is that it took me till my 30s to really like understand like the type of like the love that they've experienced like over the years. Like it's not until they they are saying it, but there's just certain ways that they go about like expressing it that it might not be the most polished way or the way that we dey expect that kind of thing or the way we dey see for movies or read for books. But it's just the way that they express that love that it takes like you to be open-minded to see it and see it for what it is, to understand it and not compare it to like another person's version of like what they are receiving from their parents, like dig it. So
Yeah,
it's some people will never like most people will never really catch up on that stuff until maybe their parents are gone or like or even their parents, maybe they are in their 30s or they are getting older, like where I just caught up on my own. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. But for me, as a parent, like for me, I'm taking it upon myself to make sure that I let my like I'll be verbally saying it to them, kissing them, touching them, making them feel that love. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. Like when I
Every
become
time,
one, sure.
my own dad, whenever we talk, or my mom say,
Mm-hmm.
most times, I think they'll say, I love you, all those things.
Ah.
I say, I love you too.
Seriously.
Bro,
When did they
fact.
start? When did they start saying it? Were they always saying it?
Yeah, yeah, I think it started. I can't say, well, they were saying it growing up, so they were saying this once in a while, I love you, blah blah blah. But it became there's no time I'll call my dad, we'll talk on the phone, and he will say, I love you, my son, this blah blah, all those things, and
Mm. Mm. Well, that's also. So that means like if you become a parent, like it's something that you be doing too. Like letting your picking know feel
yeah,
that
sure.
love.
I go actually they let them know say
Mm.
home is safe for you to come back to and to always ask questions, and home is like a safe haven for them to come
Mm.
ask questions, and
Mm.
safe space for them. Yeah, not
Yeah.
obviously you
Mm.
be strict with them, but not too strict.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel you. Feel you.
Is there space on any horse for this one?
Listen, man, it's we're
I
gonna
have
we're
a
riding
list.
at the end of May.
I need to correct my horse picture, so I might need you on that.
Mm.
Would say that it's so hard for men not to tie our sense of identity to our jobs, our income, to that kind of materialistic value. But the danger with that is the day that the job disappears, the man will start to disappear too.
Yeah.
And so your sense of identity has to have roots that are deeper than the job, because the job will change. I mean, we're all, proofs or evidence that your
constant
jobs
evolution.
will evolve, it'll change over time. And yes, your career will provide opportunity, it will provide provision or a source of provision for you and your family. But ultimately, the goal cannot be just to have a successful career. The goal has to be to have a meaningful life.
Absolutely.
And then it's deeper than what you do, because that will change over time. It's who you are, who God created you to be.
Can I just add to that?
And that's where I would stop.
Can I add to that?
Yes, sir.
You are what you are. What you're not, you will never be. Focus on what you are. Drop mic.
Once again, good night.
Thank you for having us.
I want ask you, Cax, what's you root you attach your own identity to? Did you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah,
You
what do you
go,
attach your own
you go first.
identity? Um for me, it's like I don't know that it's a thing, but I say it's an experience. Like I attach it to the experience of um like being curious. So like for example now, this thing we just start like this now. I'm like, okay, more will do this watch party thing. Let's see what can come out of it. I only have I only have like, oh, okay, I feel like okay, like it would be a good experience. We'll chat over certain things that we normally would never talk about and stuff, as time goes on. And for me, I'm just chasing after like, okay, what's the next thing that I can be curious about? Like, what's the next experience that I can say, oh, just try this thing.
Yeah.
And what do we get from it? Like what can we gain from this thing, this experience? So that's what me I root like my own identity in. It's not necessarily like, oh, the job that I'm doing or like a career or like something, but it's about how can I make the best use of my curiosity, you know, about people, about life, everything around me, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So what about you?
my time on agency too is just
Mm.
to be a better version of myself. If that goes or you know,
Mm-hmm.
open
Yeah.
to new things. I just like
Mm-hmm.
learning. Like what Banky said at the beginning of the
Mm.
video, that it does different things. Like doesn't want to keep the tank
Mm-hmm.
full after it's gone. That is
Mm.
empty to a certain level. So that's kind of, I just keep doing things just to be a
Mm.
better person. I'll just leave it at that. If that
Yeah.
goes.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I can actually say I've seen how that's true in your life actually, because I remember, I've said this thing before where I remember like maybe 3 years before you even left Nigeria. Safe. Let's even go back to before you left Nigeria. Like you were the kind of person that you were someone that you're kind of emotionally like it's like emotionally you're not like you don't really like to show emotions or anything. You're just like very stoic and fuck this, fuck that, that kind of thing. But as time went on, I don't know, obviously age, wisdom, person go wise, you go see certain things, experiences, people losing people, friends, all this kind of things. So maybe those things kind of like contributed to how you can't dey move around life. You're now moving around life in a way that is like, you know, kind of like seeing people like almost some of the like you don't know what can happen next. It's some things are temporary and life is temporary.
That's how it is now. See our own boy that died, Bobby.
Exactly.
I'm sure
So,
him and another, we don't
mm-hmm.
talk that day about it goals they want to achieve or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
On that same
So,
day, that was coach. Another, we do talk. Hey, I was supposed to call him yesterday. He called me. Well, anyways, now another artist, we spoke
mm-hmm.
at length one time. That was last week or so, and told me something about Bobby, that he's an ambitious guy, this and that, and two of them had plans together and stuff like that. Wow,
Mm,
the life was cut short by.
mm.
So yeah, you're right. Like
But
death,
I've
age,
seen,
age,
yeah,
or that's just
yeah,
make you say, "No, fuck that shit." But in as much as okay,
mm,
I say fuck that shit and life is temporary and this and that, that doesn't mean you will not want to live a good life, because
yeah,
being poor is
yeah,
vanity, being rich is
mm,
vanity. You choose your vanity wisely and
mm,
go. So just live a
mm.
good life while you are.
But to that point of like becoming better version, like I've seen how that like you've grown like over time, like you've changed to this person that is more sensitive. People can you can come to you with stuff, and you're not afraid to also share stuff too, like with people, with guys that you feel like comfortable with. So that's another thing. I'm like, okay, is it feels like now you're more you're more in tune with your emotions. Like you're not afraid to like show emotions and stuff to like around people that you really give a fuck about, that kind of thing.
Uh,
So that's something that I've seen, like at least that I can.
you're going to my
Mm-hmm.
veins now. So emotions is sometimes a good day. Emotion about
Yeah, yeah,
always guiding.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, it's testament to so not just you know continue the grind, they get better, man. As you said, just
Yeah.
get better, man. Because that's what's up. That's what's up, man. What do you what do you see yourself? What do you see yourself committing to? Like, to in the next 10 years? Like, well, we see if you see like right now, are you doing something right now if you see you gonna do for the next 10 years?
Yeah, I,
Or is there something that you want to be doing? Like
you
that
know,
you want to do anytime soon, where you know see you go commit to in the next 10 years.
I have things I'm doing that I'll still be doing 10 years time, and
Mm,
God, keeping me alive. If I'm still alive in that 10 years, um, it could go bigger. Hopefully,
mm,
be on a bigger scale. Uh,
mm, hmm. Which thing be that?
this guy, you want hear talk? No worry. Just normal, just the IT stuff. Yeah, that one self is one of it. So,
Okay, okay.
so you're pushing it small, small. Inshallah,
Okay.
everyone's
Good,
supposed,
good, good.
everyone's
I'm a
supposed to
good, 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 good. That's what's up, boo.
and
That's what's up. So that
you
means that means definitely I'll be seeing different versions of that for the next 10 years, but that's
the different
now
versions.
so
I'll go see. I'll go try get a good woman on the side too.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what's up, man.
So
That's what's up. Hmm.
it's very important.
Yeah, yeah. Noted. Hmm.
Very important. But you, after your parent now, your love life.
That one will sort itself out for sure. That one, I'm not even worried about it. Um, it will sort itself out for sure. But obviously, within that time, if I don't settle down, for sure, that's
No
not
matter.
even. Yeah, I'd have been with somebody partnered up. You know.
But get on, babe. Shall we? Me and I we just done the chilling like this, just done the vibe.
Mm.
Bye.